Deepti Laurent joins me on the set now for a look at the papers today. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Jeannie.
You're going to start with a look at the referendum in Burundi tomorrow in a campaign that's been marked by intimidation and repression.
This is something that the French Catholic paper La Croix is looking at. Burundians will head to the polls on Thursday for a constitutional referendum after a campaign overshadowed by fear, media censorship, and arbitrary jailing. All this so people will vote yes in this referendum, which looks to extend the presidential term from 5 to 7 years, which could theoretically allow President Pierre Nkurunziza to stay in power until 2034. The campaign has been condemned by the Catholic Church, human rights groups, and Europe.
Deepti, you've also found reactions to the new bridge between Russia and Crimea that was inaugurated by Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday.
And a picture of Putin in the truck was depicted in a lot of papers around the world today, like this picture here you see from the Emirati paper Gulf News. A highly symbolic bridge project that cost nearly $4 billion and comes 4 years after Crimea was annexed from Ukraine. The Washington Post called it a made-for-TV event with Putin clad in jeans and a jacket, taking the wheel of this Russian-made, of course, dump truck. The American Daily says that he was looking to show the world that this annexation is irreversible and, for him at least, legitimate.
What kind of reaction was there from the press in Ukraine?
Well, we found a really funny article from the newspaper Express that was able to take the more comical look at the more comical side of this. In this article here, they explained that Putin actually violated a whole bunch of road rules during that event. He and his passengers, as you see in that photo there, failed to wear a seatbelt. There are questions about whether he had the right driver's license to drive such a big truck. And finally, heavy-duty trucks are actually forbidden on the bridge for the moment, so that was another infraction in road rules. All in all, the paper says he owes the national police a lot of money in fines.
All right, Deepti, let's move on now to a really big night in football tonight.
That's right. It's the final of the Europa League this Wednesday, pitting France's Olympique de Marseille against the Spanish favorites Atletico Madrid. The Spanish sports paper Mundo Deportivo calls it Atletico's big night, while the French sports paper L'Equipe is wondering if l'OM could snap up its second title 25 years after their first victory. If they do, l'OM would be the first French club to nab 2 titles in the league.
Now, as is the way of the world, sports has become political as well, as the left-leaning daily Libération tells us on its front page.
There's a great front page from Libération, the left-leaning paper. They've actually photoshopped there a picture of Emmanuel Macron and Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the far-left leader, who are both fans of Olympique de Marseille. Macron is actually a football fan from a young age, while Mélenchon more recently became a football fan because he's, of course, eyeing the mayorship in Marseille as well. So it is sort of a political thing for him. Anyway, for Libération, it'll certainly be a match within a match.
Deepti, the royal wedding is almost upon us. It's coming up in just a few days' time. This Saturday, the wedding between Prince Harry and the American actress Meghan Markle. What's the latest on whether or not her father will actually be there to walk her down the aisle?
Well, the latest, Ginny, is that he's not coming. But just to show you how much flip-flopping there has been on that decision, let's show you this Wednesday's front page of the British tabloid The Sun, which says, "I'll be there," because indeed, when this paper was put to bed, he said he would be coming. Basically, Thomas Markle initially said he would attend the wedding and would walk Meghan down the aisle. Then it was revealed that he was paid by paparazzi to pose in flattering photos, and he made a decision not to come before saying late on Tuesday that he would try to come. The latest now is that he can't come due to health reasons. That's what the latest reports are saying. Nonetheless, this constant hounding of the Markle family has drawn criticism from the American website The Daily Beast. The website really lashes out at what they call the guardians of British morality, these tabloids, who are more offended by the fact that Thomas Markle is not one of us, yet he has a daughter who has the, quote, temerity to marry into the royal family, really taking to task the racial bias and the social class bias when it comes to reporting about the Markle family. Leave her and her family alone. That's our message.
Deeply, something completely different now about Anne Frank's infamous diary. Researchers have actually discovered some surprising new revelations about that.
That's right. Anne Frank's diary, of course, became famous because she was documenting her time while her family was hiding from the Nazis during the Second World War. Well, researchers have now uncovered 2 pages of her diary that were initially masked over with brown paper. Using digital technology, they've been able to figure out why she concealed these pages. And the reason is quite endearing. Jeannie, in these pages written on September the 28th, 1942, she made some dirty jokes about sex, about prostitution, about contraception. In one such joke or a funny remark, she talks about the, quote, big houses in Paris, i.e. the brothels, that adding that her dad had visited one of them. Others are not so much dirty jokes, but really a rare moment of normalcy, the musings of a teenage girl living during an extraordinary, difficult time.
Indeed. All right, just to wrap up now, Deepti, mathematicians have discovered the formula for a perfect pop song. Tell us.
Well, at least predicting the perfect pop song. Mathematicians at the University of California say they found the algorithm that helps you predict the next big hit. The secret to a hit song appears to be an upbeat, relaxed feeling, a rhythm that makes you want to dance, and the vocals of a woman, not a man. It turns out, though, that vocal talent has very little to do with it. It's more about the beat and how it makes you feel, the sort of upbeat lyrics as well. It could explain at least the meteoric successes of Kylie Minogue, Cher, Madonna, and of course the Spice Girls.
Deepti, thank you for that. And all of you budding songwriters out there, you can check that out, of course, on our website if you want a bit more details about that article or any of the others Deepti was talking about throughout the day on the website. Again, that address, france24.com.